Now move to Jetour booth. This is the Jetour Dashing. It is marketed as a C segment crossover SUV. Obviously, you can tell that the segment is dominated by a lot of competitors coming from CRV, CX5, as well our own national brand, the Proton X70. Today we are going to see what is so special about the Jetour Dashing to be able to compete in the Malaysia market. Let's find out in today's video. Now let's check out the engine first. It is run on a 1.5 liter turbo engine paired to a 6-speed DCT gearbox. Okay, on the real information, Jetour is actually under the Cherry company in Malaysia. So this engine actually you can find in the Cherry Formula 5 as well. This is just a pure 1.5 liter turbo 4-cylinder engine paired to a 6-speed DCT gearbox. Power is definitely okay for this size of car. Now let's go through the styling of the Jetour Dashing. You can see that it actually has a Lamborghini Urus kind of vibe, judging from the front design as well. This is the LED daytime running light. This is the main LED beam. This is the very famous Chinese car design. All of their headlights are located at the bumper section so that they can slim down the upper part to give you the daytime running light. Now, one thing that the Jetour doesn't come with is the active safety. It doesn't come with the adaptive cruise control, although it has the box right here which looks like it comes with the ADAS system. Front grille is very menacing together with this olive green color, which makes this car looks very special. And the selling price of the Jetour Dashing are also pretty attractive. It will definitely give a C-segment SUV market a good fight. Now the bonnet doesn't have the gas strut. When you are going to open this bonnet, you need to take note it is rather heavy. It's supported by these metal straps right here. Now let's look at the rim. This is the full spec, so we get a larger inch rim. This is a 19-inch finish in 235/55. Now it has front and rear disc brake suspension. As a proper C-segment SUV, you get the McPherson strut and the multi-link setup at the back. Now the side mirrors are also very sporty. It's mounted on the doors and are finished in a full body color together with a gloss black instead of some matte plastic, which makes the car cheapen out, but not in the Jetour Dashing. Now you can see at the B pillar and the C pillar are all wrapped in the mixture of gloss black and chrome. The door handle is flush, so this is the keyless entry. You need to open it like this way, something like a Nissan GTR. Now there are some plastic cladding to give this car a bit more rugged and sporty look. Here's the rear profile of the Jetour Dashing. It actually looks like a proper sports SUV. There's a Jetour name. And right here, this is also the same spec as the one I reviewed. Now this is the back look of the Jetour Dashing. It has a 7 kind of LED tail lights and it's very slim. It also comes with some checker flag kind of design elements. Jetour Dashing. The back actually looks cleaner than the front, which is rather busy. I kind of prefer the rear design of this Jetour Dashing. It comes with a power tailgate, as I mentioned. There's a third brake light, which looks very nice. Okay, I don't see this in many of the car design, which I think it looks pretty sporty. Now let's check out the interior of the Jetour Dashing. This one is the top spec variant. Now when you open the doors, you can see seat controls are maximum. You get a lot of lumbar supports and full electronic adjustment. Some car makers don't even give lumbar supports adjustment, so I think this is a plus point for the Jetour Dashing. And the pedals is the organ type, which is finished in aluminium. Here's the interior. One glance, this is a very sporty looking bucket seat, but when you sit in it, it is very comfortable. You don't need to worry, because in China cars they are more comfort biased, just that their design is more daring and sporty. First thing you can see, there's a bit of Mercedes-Benz influence in terms of the steering wheel. This is coming from the W213 or the W205 C-Class facelift. AMG line steering wheel. But the buttons here feels okay to the touch. Okay, feels good, and you have a lot of physical button which I prefer. And because this comes with a 6-speed DCT, you get a pedal shifter at the back, and the start buttons is located right here. And you get dual screen displays, which is very typical Chinese car design. Door materials, this part is hard plastic, but you get some patterns to look like carbon fiber, and this aluminum or wood kind of paneling, which makes the interior looks much more premium. And this part are all wrapped in soft touch leather. Door handles, speakers are finished in lasers cut. Windows, you get automatic in both directions. Here is to control your side mirrors. Okay, very chunky buttons. And this one is actually to hook your umbrella. As you can see, this slot perfectly fits an umbrella. Not many car maker actually thought of design this compartment. You get it for the driver's side and the passenger side. Here's the center display. You get a very nice aircon vents design. Here is a touch sensitive climate control. Opening, you get some power outlet, wireless charging, finish in vents. These are your electronic shifter, which comes with manual shifting. Okay, up and down. Very smooth in its operation. Electronic parking brake. This is some rubberized thing for you to hold your cups. Central armrest, you can fit this height of bottles, and you get a rear chiller. Glove box goes down slowly. Overall dashboard material is wrapped in soft touch plastic and leather, and you have some wave kind of design. Frameless rear mirror, and you get a sunroof for the top spec. Here's the seat, full leather with some red stitching to improve its sportiness. Now let's get to the back seats. As you can see, the door handle has a soft ghost back, which makes it look premium. Now the door opening is pretty wide. You still get the same material as the front, hard plastic, soft touch. But this part you only get a slot, but you do not have the strap for you to hold your umbrella. So you need to fit it nicely, if not it will drop. Door pockets, good quality. And when you sit there at the back, the seat bench is rather low in my opinion, but it supports my thigh because there's an extension right here. Rear aircon vents, seat pocket, armrest, 3 individual headrests with ISOFIX. Safety wise is complete, it comes with 6 airbags. And here's the interior. It's very minimalist, but it actually gives you a lot of physical buttons for you to control your car, which I think is a good touch. Just that it's even better if they provide you the full ADAS system with adaptive cruise control. And you get a reading light right here, finished in LED. This part is very soft, finished in leather with red stitching. Now the fuel cap is a press open type. Now let's check out the boot. Now you get a proper tonneau cover, which is very solid. You can fold down the rear seats by 60-40 if you want to load longer objects. Here you get a bit more storage space. And need to beware of the loading floor, is rather high in my opinion. But as you can see, it has a very nice mechanism. Loading space is pretty okay, just that you cannot load too tall objects because of the sloping design at the boot. Now to close it, there's a power boot. So at the back you get sequential LED indicators. Now this is basically it, the Jetour dashing. This is the top spec model. What do you think about the car? I think it looks very sporty and very different from the usual C segment SUV that you get. Now signing off from the Jetour Dashing, be sure to subscribe, like and share my videos. Cheers.